Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Game Pass Grab Bag, your weekly podcast review of games from the Game Pass collection, bringing you three unique perspectives from varying skill range. I am the king of the trash, Andrew. With me, our trash panda, Keith.
Hello.
And our piece of trash, Liz.
Hey, guys.
And this week, we played Donut County, which is a very short game, but we figured, hey, we can either do a short game or not come out with an episode, so we figured you guys would prefer this over nothing. But Donut County is brought to you by Ben Esposito. Donut County is a top-down physics puzzler where you are playing a tiny hole and you are collecting things, and your hole progressively gets bigger and bigger until you start sucking up buildings and people. Think of it very much like reverse Katamari. But going around, for me, Donut County, this is a game. This is, for me, honestly, this is probably the best type of, I wouldn't even call it a weekend game because it's so short, but this is a palate cleanser. And honestly, like, everything about this game, I think just does a really good job. It's very simple. The story is very lighthearted. It made me chuckle. I enjoyed the music. So I'm giving this a game.
Yeah, I think all in all, it's weird because in one sense of like it's a definite game, but not because of some sense of it being like mind-blowingly good. It's just like you said, there's just almost no reason not to play it because it's so short.
And no reason not to like it.
Yeah, and it's just good fun. While for the 2 to 3 hours that you play it, it's good fun. So yeah, it's just worth checking out if you haven't already.
I kind of don't know what to say because it's like I feel like it's a game maybe for kids. Like it's not hard.
I like the two people who played a lot of video games here.
Try to get deep at something.
Just talked about how much we liked it. You're like, it's for kids.
A little bit. I mean, I was trying to think like who would recommend this to, where it's like it is relaxing. You know what I mean? It's like you scooping everything up in the hole. Kind of. It's like doing some Sudoku or something. I don't know. But would I recommend it? Am I thrilled that I played it? No, I don't think so. Like I think I have to give it a pass just because I don't really have feelings about it either way. I think the raccoon's really cute. I wish like the game was different but still had, that really cute, funny character. Like I love the raccoon, but yeah. I don't feel a bad type of way towards the game. I just don't feel a great type of way either, I guess.
So you're giving it a pass?
I think so. I don't like just because I didn't really love it. I wouldn't recommend it to somebody. I could have not played it and I'd be fine. You know how you play a game, you're just like, oh man, I'm so glad I played this.
I guess, but I mean, like, I would recommend this just about anyone because it's so simple. And it's just zen. You're just sucking up things and it's easy.
It is, but there really isn't that much of a challenge. The story's all right.
That's what you're saying. All right, I felt you were laughing pretty good with it. You loved reading the Trashpedia.
Yeah, I did.
I see where you're coming from.
I feel like for me, if I give it a game, it's like, oh, I really liked at least one part of this game. Like, oh, I really liked the graphics and the story, or I really like the gameplay. And this, I'm just like, It's not a negative pass. I feel like it's game or pass. There's no middle meh.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not disagreeing with you. I see where you're coming from. Yes, this isn't something like, hey, man, you really got to check out Donut County. This game changed my life. Yeah, it's nothing like that.
I feel like it's good if you want to bulk up your gamer score. Or
there you go. There's something great about it.
As you call it, like a palate cleanser. I know, spoiler.
You're really getting ahead of the game here, or ahead of the podcast.
I know. We might as well be done.
Good night, everybody. Let's just spoil the episode.
Achievements.
Just kidding, Liz. We love you.
I don't think you're crazy. I see where you're coming from, Liz.
No, and the same thing. That's where, as I said, it's a weird, like, it's a, like, I call it a definite game in the aspect of I don't know anyone who I wouldn't recommend this to. Like, if anyone's like, I don't know what to play, I'd be like, well, this is worth checking out. If not now, pick it up at some point because it is just, it's just simple, not fun, but fun.
But that's what I mean. Like that's why I felt weird about it because you're giving it a definite game, but you just said it really wasn't that fun.
Well,
and that's why I feel the same way. And I'm like, I don't know what to give it, so I'm gonna give it a pass.
No, it's a weird thing because it's one of those situations where I think you're totally right and I disagree with you. So, yeah.
So we'll get into the story here of Donut County. So as I said, this game is brought to you by Ben Esposito. And I'm curious if you guys got the vibe. So this is also published by Annapurna Interactive. We've done a handful of Annapurna games. But this guy also worked on a game that we played before. One of our earlier games that I feel like we generally all liked. You guys have any idea?
Would I know by the art style?
Are you thinking Untitled Goose Game?
That's
Not
it.
that.
I wasn't gonna guess that,
what
but I was
was,
thinking art style wise.
What was the music one with the colors? Is it that one?
Oh,
The one-
Wander Song.
Song?
No.
Yeah. Okay. That was what I guess.
He helped. This Ben Esposito here helped create What Remains of Edith Finch.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was actually looking up a bunch of stuff with this because I'm like, I'm kind of curious, like more history about Donut County. So the other story of Donut County is you're kind of following the relationship between this human girl and this raccoon, girl named Maria and the raccoon named BK. And they work at a donut shop. And the raccoon, BK, keeps quote unquote delivering donuts, which essentially are these giant sinkholes that just suck everything up. And BK likes to think he is helping the village. But in reality, he's just sending people a mile down below the surface of Earth. So you kind of start to see the dynamic, and the town start to hate BK and what he's doing and what kind of his motivations are.
The friendship is kind of good. I feel like the raccoon is very selfish, and he tries to not take responsibility. But he also, I think, didn't he have revenge for his friend at the beginning? He was like, "Oh, I sent him a donut, haha," and she didn't really get it.
Yeah. No, I agree. She complained that this guy was constantly honking, and then he stuck the guy up in a hole for him. Did you guys actually think BK was the villain?
I didn't think he was doing it to be malicious.
He was doing it because he was trying to get to level 10 on his app, which was the game that he is playing a game on an app, which is delivering these sinkholes and sucking things up.
See, that's where, it's... I kind of think that there's some sort of cult within the raccoons, and then the Trash King is controlling all of the lower pandas.
I like the relationship between BK and Maria. Was Maria?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Mira.
I was playing the game to recap right before we started this, and I don't remember.
Yep, it's Mira. Thank you, Keith. It's very close to Maria. That's why I kept calling her that. But the relationship I thought was pretty funny. Like BK is just very kind of innocent. He kind of knows what he's doing, and I like the entire time he thinks he's helping the village. Which, when you actually look at it, he actually kind of is helping the village. Like Salt and Pepper, one of the two characters were hating each other because one was apparently really into a bird that's kind of creepy, like into a bird. But by getting sucked into the sinkhole, they became friends again. And he helped the park ranger get rid of the snakes that have infested the park. So in reality, BK actually was helping the village.
And later on, he does have some growth. He does end up feeling guilty, which that's the weird thing with this game, where you go from that gross bird thing that you were just talking about.
Yeah, that was a weird
and
story
then
arc.
There was this weird arc where she was telling him not to put his guilt on her. It got real deep for a second, which just felt so out of place. And then they team up, and I won't get into spoilers, but I just felt like the game mood was kind of all over the place. Same with the Trashopedia. So when you find stuff, there's a little thing about it. So for instance, Fireworks Stand is a spicy candle store.
Yeah, I like that
Some of
description of
them
it.
were kind of immature, but then some of them were really funny. Some of them were witty. It was just I felt like it was a bit all over the place.
I like the Trashpedia. I like the descriptions of
I
things.
loved it.
It was pretty funny. This game, I thought the humor in this game was actually really good. It wasn't anything that was making me crack up laughing, but especially the banter between anyone and BK. BK to me just had some great liners.
Well, I kind of get the vibe that regardless of the whole, sucking the town up into a giant hole underground, that nobody really liked or trusted the pandas. No, not the pandas. They didn't really trust the raccoons to begin with. So BK in a way just feels I don't know. He doesn't really care that he's destroying the town. He's like, these people don't really like me anyways, and I'm going to get my sweet quadcopter.
Well, because didn't he... How did he get that donut store? Remember somebody had it before?
Yeah, the guy said he just sold it.
Yeah, it didn't...
What
I don't think
happened.
I don't think anything bad happened. I think the raccoons just bought it, and then he was running it.
But how crazy is it, though, that people are ordering a donut for delivery? Like, it's so... Like, even in real life, I saw somebody online paid $15 to... I don't know if it was DoorDash or what. One of the delivery services to get a coffee. Someone spent $15 to get a coffee delivered to them. I'm just like...
You've clearly never done this, Liz.
No,
we
that
have never
just seems
DoorDash
like
for as much takeout as
crazy
we've done.
price though. Like, listen, if you have the money to spend $15 for a coffee, you do you. Like, you know, if you need coffee, whatever. I'm not judging. I'm just
Clearly
saying that it's crazy to me that it's like $15 to get a coffee delivered in real life. But I'm like, what about a donut? Are you gonna spend $15 on a donut?
That is true. All these people legitimately order one donut. I don't think anyone ever ordered like a dozen donuts.
Maybe because it has
What if they're giant donuts? I mean, they kind of are.
They don't look like giant donuts.
They're not really donuts at all. Do you ever see? Is there an actual donut that you ever see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see them. They're like the pink frosting.
Oh, they actually get a donut? At least they get a
It's
snack on the way
those-
down.
Oh, was it drone? They deliver. Maybe it's cheaper with that. But I'm just like, everyone in this town can just like have donuts delivered to them. Just a donut.
Just one donut.
It's a rich town, even though they live in trailers. You know what I mean?
That is true.
Like there are people that like are, yeah, you know, and they're doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
Yeah, I saw an article about this game of someone saying that the whole story of this game is to explain gentrification.
There we go.
Because the game takes place there in Los Angeles. And so the whole point of this game is you sucking up like the trailers and everything like that, and getting all the poor people and sucking them into a hole basically because the stuff they have is just trash.
What?
I didn't quite get that from that game.
Where'd you see this?
It was an NPR article.
I was gonna say, is that like Ben himself said that, or
No.
somebody just made that up? Because that sounds like something made up.
Yeah, that was someone's interpretation.
Okay, because like I could interpret a lot of things. Like I said, I made up like a weird raccoon cult, but it doesn't mean there's a raccoon cult. It just means that that's what I made up about it. Now, if Mr. Ben himself had informed us about that, then I'd believe it.
Actually, the interesting thing, so Mr. Ben himself originally created this game to be, the whole was supposed to be a spirit of nature, and it was supposed to kind of be like taking people out and like kind of cleaning up nature, because it was supposed to be based off some Native American folklore, specifically the Hopi Indians. Hopi. Sorry, I pronounced it wrong. But
I didn't get that from this game at all.
well,
So
yeah, that was his original plan for it. But then he was just like, no, this is kind of like cultural appropriation. I think I'm just going to change the idea and just kind of switch it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like it would have been a lot less silly that way.
It would have been.
It would have been a lot more serious. So I think I said this to you already, but the thing about it to me is I don't know which came out before or after the other, because I think Donut County's been out for a while. All it reminds me of is those like mobile.io games, and it's like almost like a little BR where I think it's just bots versus you basically all the time because you always win, but it's really fun. And you start out as a little hole, and then you suck up things, and you get to be a bigger hole, and then you win the game. And it's that, but there's like a storyline involved, and that's sort of why I thought it was pretty fun, and it's sort of what I enjoyed, because I actually played the heck out of that dumb little mobile game.
So I looked it up, and Whole.io actually came out before Donut County, but the idea was stolen from Ben, because guess how long this game took to make?
Oh, probably like 100 years. They were probably developing this game for Atari, if I were to guess.
5 years.
Close
So
enough.
he was creating this game for 5 years, and of course, the information gets leaked out or whatever, and then literally 1 month before this game came out is when Whole.io came out. And so, yeah, they kind of took his thunder.
Dang.
But yeah, he wanted to create this game. He said he created this game to be more of a physics toy and kind of essentially be like reverse Katamari, where Katamari, you're a tiny little ball collecting things to become a bigger ball and suck things up. And instead he was just like, nope, this time you're a hole and you suck things up. But overall, though, what did you guys think of the gameplay? I mean, as we've kind of said, it's very simple.
I mean, I feel like even the boss fights were really kind of, or I guess there's one main boss fight. But I did it on the first try. I feel like if I can do it on the first try, it's pretty easy. And I mean, the whole game is easy. I don't think I was really stuck at all. So I don't know. I just thought it was kind of too easy.
See, but I like the easiness of it. It made it relaxing. This is why I feel like I could recommend this to like a 5 or 6 year old.
Well, so the funny thing about Donut County is I think I downloaded it probably about 6-8 months ago. And I was like, I'm going to play this game. Everyone says it's kind of fun. I like little indie games people think are fun. And then I went to start it, and then I just didn't play it because I think I was like, oh, this just looks like it's like a little like point and click story driven adventure. I didn't feel like doing that. Didn't play it. Then one day I was sitting and watching the kids play Xbox, and they fired up Donut County. I was like, oh, that's Donut County? That looks like a lot of fun. And then I sat down and I beat it in like one setting. And then for the last month, I've been like, hey, let's just do Donut County, guys. Because I played that game. And here we are.
Yep, here we are. But yeah, like, so I think it's funny that your kids, which are, so what, your 8-year-old, was it? Or was it your
9 and 4. It was one of the few times I've seen them getting along playing games. Because the 9-year-old was playing and the 4-year-old was yelling at him about, the different things that he should go and get. And so they like actually got along and cooperated. It was kind of nice.
See, this is going back to it. This is why I give it a game.
It's a game for everyone.
It to anyone.
Oh yeah, and I think you could put the controller in the hands of a 4-year-old, and they do just fine. Honestly, she actually plays the Paw Patrol game, and she's pretty good at it. But that said, I mean, you could put this game in the hands of anybody. There's not even one button. There's no buttons. There's just move the left stick. Oh, is there?
Yeah, you press A to launch when you catch like eggs. There's a couple times where you like catch things, you have to launch them.
Oh, right. But about 99.9% of the game, there's not even buttons. There's just move the left stick. And that's just what's so great about it.
They do add some stuff, like in the snake area, you use the snake to flip over the chicken and stuff. So, I mean, there is some thinking involved. But I think while playing it, I was just like, would I rather be doing something else? And the answer is yes. Like, I'd rather read a book. I'd rather watch something on TV. So for me, that's why it was just...
Did you not find this game relaxing at all, though?
I did find it relaxing, but at the same time, I also kind of felt like I was wasting my time. It sounds so mean, but I did just... I feel like the raccoon is the only thing I really liked in the game.
In the trash
the villain. Yeah.
See, but I think I still get it because I go back to... And I don't mean to harp on you, Liz, because I feel like I bring this up a lot, but you've said it. You don't consider yourself a gamer, and I think that's sort of the distinction of how you feel about this game versus how Andrew and I do. The games that you play and you enjoy putting your time into are fun to you. I mean, which kind of goes without saying. But something like this, like Andrew and I kind of just play games as a hobby as the bare minimum. So then having a relaxing kind of simple game is nice to us, whereas you're like, no, I want more out of video games when I am playing them.
True. The only exception is that on my phone,
except for Graveyard Keeper.
No, the only game I really play on my phone is Gardenscape because I like to build up the garden, and that's kind of mindless fun too. So I guess, but I also only play it during the weekend challenges. Came in first place the other week, so no big deal.
Way to go, Liz. Should we start posting that on our Facebook? Can you keep up with Liz on the Gardenscape's weekly challenges?
Andrew actually kicked me out of the group because I kind of forgot about the game for a while.
I didn't kick you out.
Yeah, you kicked your own wife out of the game.
I do.
Yes, you certainly did, sir.
Well, your name's Javier in the group.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh no, I kind of want to get back into it. So he brought me back into the group, and that first weekend, I carried the team. I was the number 1 slot, and I'm the one that got us to victory. So
Andrew.
Andrew is like 1 or 2 behind me, but I still beat him. So
this is where you need to
Congrats.
find an applause sound effect and insert that here.
I think the main point is that like Andrew will kick you out of a group if you don't participate.
That's not true.
I believe that.
No, what sound bite I should try to steal is the Grunt birthday party.
Yes.
It just feels so dark now. Whenever I hear it, those poor grunts.
But I will say, as far as the gameplay goes for Donut County, I wish there was more. Like, this game is incredibly short. You're looking at 2 to 3 hours. I remember, Liz, the night you were playing, you're like, oh, I got to start the game. I'm like, you'll probably beat it tonight. You're like, oh, it's 8 o'clock. There's no way I'm going to beat it tonight. And then sure enough, before, I think it was just 10 o'clock on the dot, you're like, yeah, I beat the game. I was like, I told you, it's not very long. So I just wish there was maybe, they could have easily put in, maybe a time trial mode. It would be cool if maybe there was a co-op mode. I feel like they could have just added something and not have, it be, too hard. I don't know, I just want more.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like the base of a game. Like they intend to add more to it.
I think they could. I mean, I don't know if it would be stealing from whole.io at this point, but a multiplayer mode where you can compete against your friends, so you can grow the fastest, and things like that could just be I don't know, a lot of good fun, I feel like. So maybe I think if they were going to add something like that, just because this game is a single player indie game, I don't see them doing it as an addition to this game. They would just remake a new one, probably, right?
Yeah. Did you guys struggle with any of the puzzles in the game?
I don't think so.
I mean, everything I ended up figuring out. I think there was 1 or 2 times that it took me a second. Oh, there was the soup one. That's the one that I struggled with. I knew what to do, but I just kept failing with the roaches, you know? So I did fail at that a bunch of times, but I eventually got it.
So yeah, that one. So I actually, in true me fashion, didn't really read the Trashopedia much, so I didn't actually know the achievement purposes proper recipe for the soup. So I ended up looking up a walkthrough, which in turn, someone was like, "Oh, just move in circles," and then I just moved in circles, and then it really wasn't that hard. But yeah, all in all, nothing was really difficult. No, it was pretty straightforward.
Well, I mean, I was moving in circles, but I kept getting too close to the bird before I could get the pepper. So it's I had the technique, but just every time I got too close to the bird.
And I didn't mean that as an insult to you, Liz. Honestly, I meant that even for myself, because I struggled with it too. I was oh, how do I get away from these roaches? And then it was just oh, just go in a small circle, and they just don't get you. So
did you wish the hole had a dodge roll?
Oh, a dodge roll would have been so sweet.
But yeah, so gameplay is very simple this game. But did the music at least took you, Liz?
It definitely, I think it changed, and it fit the atmosphere of the game, if I remember correctly. Like I said, I was just doing
to see the music's there.
Well, so I was playing it right before we started doing the podcast because I had played it 4 days ago.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to refresh. And I'm trying to think of the music in the part of the game that I was at. I only remember it from one section. And I don't remember the rest, to be honest.
Was it the end music? When it recaps the things you collected?
No, it was during the conversation that they were having before they went to fix things. See, I'm not giving spoilers today.
Good job.
I didn't go back and listen to it like a dummy.
Nice, Keith.
Andrew has opinions.
I actually thought the music was solid. I will say some of the end music, it's catchy at first, but you hear that same end music every time, and it got a little annoying. But the music when you're actually playing the game, is very relaxing. I feel like a lot of this game is just really chill. That's why it's very kind of surprising with the end music, because it even has this character going wah kind of at the end, which kind of makes sense. I mean, it usually follows a character falling through a hole, but it has this weird pitch, this screaming noise, And it's just kind of jarring sometimes because you're like, this is nice, relaxing music, and then it goes right into that and this really funky beat.
Yeah,
Didn't you
funky
also
beat.
think? Didn't you think it was weird too that like just everybody lived? Like you fall through this big giant hole.
There wasn't enough death in this
And-
game.
No, but like that's another thing that I was thinking like the whole time.
There's no height
I'm
damage in
just
this
like
country
it didn't like
or
yeah.
county. I agree.
And
I
they
thought
can
that
make
too.
a fire down there even though like they're separated from the other group because they're on these like pillars. Nobody fell through the pillars.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't know how much farther this hole can go.
And so if you think about it, like the raccoon, I mean maybe he was really trying to kill people and nobody figured it out.
Could be
Wait,
on
how'd you say raccoon?
raccoon.
It's how you said raccoon.
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 R-U-H, coon, raccoon.
Raccoon. I say certain words weird, and he's trying to catch me on something. No, I said it normal.
Raccoon.
No, raccoon.
It's R-A coon, not R-U-H coon.
Keith, am I saying it wrong?
I mean, I say raccoon a lot. I say raccoon. I say both, honestly.
I feel like we've just gotten away because we just keep saying trash panda because that was Keith's intro.
Trash pandas.
Well, Keith kept saying pandas.
Pandas are great.
But yeah, I do think it's funny, Liz, that like, yeah, nobody dies this game. Because that was always my thought too, where I'm like, some of these people have to die. Because they're far. Didn't it say it was like...
You would at least break something.
That's true. Even like a lot of the structures weren't broken.
Yeah, so for me, it's just like, I was more thinking a bone, but yeah, they're trailers and...
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm kind of glad no one dies because you're even sucking up children. So
Yeah.
it'd be kind of a dark game if you're killing people.
I mean, I guess I didn't really think about it, but it is kind of weird that like none of the buildings or anything get destroyed when you have this magical hole that's like expanding under the ground and just sucking them up and sending them down there. So like that part totally makes sense. It's the lack of destruction that does get me.
These are solid trailers that you're sucking up.
I forget, at the end, so the guy that, was watching the snakes, he obviously doesn't like them, he asked them not to bring the snakes back up. Does he?
I don't
forget.
remember.
I don't think he does.
I mean,
So you think they kill snakes?
BK is mischievous. He probably did.
Speaking of snakes, what did you guys think of the design of them?
Nice,
Thanks.
Liz. I like that.
Because I like that when the hole goes under them, they actually kind of like jump up, So you have to be a little bit more precise with them.
Not only that, well, my actually question, to kind of change a little bit, this is the same with like our daughter is watching Peppa Pig, but how are some animals in this world sentient and can talk and everything like that, but then you got other ones that aren't? Like the rabbits, you're sucking up rabbits in the hole, and then of course they're getting it on and producing tons of rabbits, but they don't talk. The snakes don't talk, but you have a talking panda here. Dang
Oh.
it, trash raccoon, trash panda.
But
That's actually a really good question.
well, have you ever seen? There's it's from the new DuckTales, but there's like a scene where the nephews, they're out by the pier and they're feeding ducks bread. And
No.
they are ducks. It's very weird.
Oh, what about Rick and Morty? That episode with the squirrels?
I mean, with
Because
the
the squirrels are smart and they know what he's saying and they go after him. He pissed off the squirrels because they could understand things. You remember that Rick and Morty
I
episode?
do understand it, but me and Keith are talking about sentient animals feeding non-sentient animals.
No, but like
Rick and Morty could just read their thoughts.
yeah, or like DuckTales, you have like anthropomorphic ducks that can like talk and walk upright and all that, and then they're feeding bread to, quack quack ducks.
No, I understand that. I'm saying like the squirrels were like the raccoon.
No,
They
because the
weren't
squirrels couldn't
speaking.
talk.
No, but they weren't speaking, but they could think like a person.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's like if a person's mute, that doesn't make them like. You know what I mean?
I guess
Like,
that's true.
it is very true.
It is true. I am right about that.
Sorry. You have a valid point. You just lost me a little.
It's not hard.
It's not.
Zing.
But yeah, no, overall, I like the art style of Donut County.
It was a bit samey sometimes. Like in each level, like the grass looks the same,
Yeah.
the rocks look the same. And so for me, it's like it's very short. There really aren't that many areas. I feel like for 5 years, like I don't understand why it couldn't look a little bit different.
Because it's one guy making this game.
Oh, it's just one guy?
Yeah.
Which still I get, but it was just weird that they had the same elements in a lot of the different scenes.
I see where you're coming from, but I don't know. I do agree some areas are kind of samey, but at least the art style made it super easy to figure out what you need to suck up.
That's very true. And the raccoon is so cute. And I also like at the beginning when they're texting each other, it does seem very natural the way that they're, sitting and laying and stuff. So it looked like they were actually texting their friend.
I was just disappointed in, like, the texting. I was actually kind of hoping there would be more either dialogue choices or, like, fun things you could do. I think you could just keep quacking at the other person, which is an achievement to quack at a person for 100 times.
Which, why 100?
Yeah, that
Like,
is
why
pretty
make me
tedious.
hit that 100 times?
Just to do it a lot.
Like, I get it.
I think it's one of those things because it's like, I mean, obviously there's no like magic number for it, but like just enough that you're not going to do it by accident, I guess.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. But still, you could done 50.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. That's why, as I said, I don't maybe not just enough. I'm sure 50 would have been fine, but just putting some number out there that you're not just going to like hit it a bunch of times. Like, oh, that was funny. Oh, wow, I got an achievement. They want you to actually deliberately do it. Oh, you know what? Real quick, what I did like about the quacking is that like sometimes you could send like one or two, and like they would quack back like one or two. Like you would have like actual conversations with the quacks. It wasn't just like one back and forth, or you couldn't just send 100 of them. It would like make you pause. And it was kind
You
of
like that, knowing that you had to do 100 of them?
yeah.
That's what annoyed Liz.
Well, you still, I mean, because you could knock, you'd get like 3 or 4 of them at a time. I just thought it was funny that it still made it like an actual dialogue, even though you weren't carrying on any actual dialogue. I laughed.
Got me a good chuckle.
Oh, I did. I slapped my knee so hard.
But speaking of the achievements, though, this game is 100% for achievement hunters. This is an easy 1,000 gamer score. I highly recommend it. The achievements, I didn't think anything were too fun. A lot of them were just kind of comical, slightly challenging, but not really.
I read up some of them, and I just didn't feel like doing them. Like, for instance, I did the one where you go through the donut hole and the quacking. I did some of them, but I just didn't feel the need to do the rest of them.
They definitely weren't they weren't achievements that you would naturally stumble upon.
Yeah, so that's why I started doing them, but then I was I had finished the game, and it's like, well, I can obviously go back and do them, but I don't really care about gamer scores, so it wasn't really worth it for me.
I feel like some of them were fairly like play through the game, but yeah, a lot of it was pretty deliberate actions. I think I had to go back for maybe 2 or 3 of them. Basically, I think the end boss, because I had to fail it, so I had to intentionally do that, and then perfecting it because I didn't do that the first time. That's the majority of it.
Yeah. You have like little ones like creating like the secret soup recipe.
Oh yeah, the secret
you had to
soup.
like not suck up like the radio and like it was like the radio
Which
had to
I
be like the last
almost
thing.
did that one, and I screwed up the tiniest bit, and then I was just like, I don't feel like doing that again.
Oh, I was so close to doing that one on my first time around, and I like just barely had the radio fall in. I was kind of pissed, but at that point I was like, I don't know, there's a level select, I'll go back and do it later.
Yeah. So this is an easy 1,000 gamer score, so definitely check out Donut County if you're a achievement hunter. But yeah, I guess we'll get into our final thoughts here. This will be a record for probably, I think, our fastest episode.
At least in a long time.
I know. Well, this is a very short game. I mean, heck, this episode's already like a quarter length of the game. But getting to our final thoughts here. So for me, I thought Donut County was just relaxing. Yes, it's nothing too fun. I'm never going to be like, hey, man, check out Donut County. Change your life. The story's so good. Makes me, have real perspective on life. Nah, you're just a raccoon controlling a hole that's sucking things up. It's kind of it. But you know what? That's kind of my jam. I thought the humor was pretty funny. It wasn't hilarious, but it always kind of made me smile. So this is just a very relaxing game. So if you're out there and you're struggling with a game like Elden Ring and you're just getting pissed because you keep dying at a boss, you can easily just pop this in, just relax out a little bit, and just enjoy the music, enjoy the fun story, enjoy that easy 1,000 gamer score. So for me, I'm going to give it an 80, which is 3 donuts.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I don't know that I really have a ton to say that you didn't say. There's nothing that's gonna break the gaming industry or reinvent the wheel. It's a simple, mindless fun. I think the only real complaint I have about it is the fact that you might want it as a palate cleanser, kind of pop in between something of a game that's giving you some trouble. You'll probably accidentally beat it, and then you don't have any ability. Well, you do have the ability to go back, but you're not going to want to go back and just replay it for no good reason at that point. So I do wish there was a little more of it, and not a ton. Maybe just like another hour or 2 of content, I think would be more than enough. Just something that would make it easier to break up. I honestly don't know what I was going to give the score, because again, it's not like, oh my goodness, amazing, but I can't think of any reason why you shouldn't play it. So I'm basically just going to steal your thing, Andrew, but I'm going to give it one more donut and give it an 88, because that's 4 donuts.
So our scoring system is more based on how many donuts we're giving it.
Yeah, I don't really know, because 88 feels high, but that's one more donut than you gave it, so...
So it's not, you're not really giving it 88.
So Liz, how many donuts do you give this game? This is like 1, 0.
I'm going to give the game a 65. Seems kind of low.
So 1 donut.
I feel like that's just like for a game that I really don't think there was a crazy amount to. Short, sweet, but
Good donut.
Yeah. Donuts are short. So I got 2 reviews for you guys. So there wasn't one for Series X. Xbox One, 87 and 6.8 for a critic who gave it 100. To go for the lazy metaphor, Donut County is like a delicious pastry. It's baked with the kind of care you'd only get from a homemade dessert. Maybe they could have been a little more liberal with the jelly filling, but it's a fantastic treat regardless. Modest yet satisfying, it's a perfect go-to if you're craving something sweet. Which I was just kind of like, none of us have given a game 100, but this person gave this game 100.
And you're pissed.
No, I'm just wondering what other games he's played.
I mean, it's very much like how Big Keith are saying. But what's the other review?
6 is an okay game. Ideally, you should play this game on mobile and on the go, because I think I would have enjoyed the game more as a distraction and time waster. There are some interesting level designs, especially the latter half, but overall the game just feels too elementary and basic for me to fully enjoy. As a mobile game, it's decent. As a base game, it's just okay.
Wait, do you say mobile or mobile? Because you just said mobile twice there.
I've heard it said both ways. You can say it either way. I don't know.
I guess it's a free country.
How do you guys say it?
Mobile.
Your mobile phone, your mobile phone.
Your mobile.
I don't say mobile phone because I'm not 85, but
well, that's the thing. Like, I think it's one of those words you never use, and I hear it both ways all the time. So I think it's just like my brain just picks one.
Is it T-Mobile or T-Mobile?
There's a good point, but it also depends too. Like, if someone has an accent in other countries, they say things differently. In
your defense, Liz, I do agree, because it's the same with, it's Pirates of the Caribbean. No, Pirates of the Caribbean, but it is the Caribbean.
Yeah, and same with when I said earlier,
the Caribbean.
Some people say it elementary. Some people say elementary. It's like, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta not think about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some people say jeans and some people say yeen pants.
Say what?
Yeen pants.
Eating pants?
No, yeen pants.
I don't know what that means. What's a yeen pants?
I've never heard that.
That's what we call jeans in this household.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Or same with scallop and scallop.
That's gonna be my new outro. It's just gonna be my word of the week.
Coming up with words how you pronounce the different tomato. Potato.
Keith.
Oh, pecan.
Caramel or caramel.
Yeah.
Okay, we literally added like 15 minutes this episode.
I mean, do you know what I
Fucking
think
words.
is funny? We left it a mystery. They don't know if we say scallop or scallop.
All right, let's wrap it up here. If you have any game suggestions, please email us at gamepassgrabbag@gmail.com or Facebook at gbgbpod or Twitter at gbgbpod. Like I said, we were going to be out this week, so we decided to do this quick episode instead of not having one at all. But we will be getting back into our listener requests because we have a whole bunch. So thank you all who have been writing us in. Make sure you check out our Twitter because I'll normally put a poll so you guys can help us figure out what to play next. And if you are listening to us on Spotify or Apple iTunes or wherever, please leave us a review. We greatly appreciate it. I've been your hardcore gamer, Andrew. You can find me on Xbox Live at Firebird01952. Kind of had a brain fart there because I could just see him putting Keith to sleep.
Yeah, I definitely stopped paying attention. But I've been Keith. And that's it for me this week.
No word of the day already? You already given up your segment?
Well, I already kind of did it. I already gave the world Yeen Pants. You're welcome. I'll be back next week.
And I'm Liz New, gamertag comment I'm Dean. I'm on Twitter at Liz New. Noob is EW.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your donuts.
Bye, guys.
Hey.
Thank you.